peace that surpasses all understanding. So check this out, guys. I took my dog for a walk, and I've had this hibiscus for, well, I don't know. When did they start putting out stuff? Let's see. Mr. Mailman? Mailman, you go on now. You're loud. That's my neighbor, John, across the street. Cool guy. Old and bitter, though. Anyway, hibiscus. When did these come out? So, January, February, March, April, May. So May, June, July, August. So 4 months old, and it was already somewhat established. It was kind of weak looking, but so there you go. There's my hibiscus out in front of my house, right? And if you look close, some of these are dead, right? So you know what you do? You deadhead it. You pull it right off, okay? What does this have to do with anything? What the hell? What is this? Scotty Martha Stewart gardening session, right? Is that what we're doing here? But you see what I'm doing? It's called deadheading. All right? You pull all the flowers, and typically these hibiscus here, they bloom for a day and they're gone. That's it, man. Like this right here. Or this one right here. This one right here. See that one? That'll bloom probably tomorrow, and by the end of the day tomorrow, it'll be gone. So I just keep deadheading these. I keep pulling off all the suckers, right? And by the way, hibiscus, throw some rubbing alcohol, soak those in there. You got a nice little, you can't, like, there's no real, like, pungent smell, but once you've extracted the oils with the alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and get the light stuff. There's like 90%, there's 70%, there's 50% rubbing alcohol. Or, here's a better idea, whatever alcohol you have in the house, dilute it 50-50 with water. And then take the petals, take the deadheads, soak it overnight, a couple of days, and you'll see how the alcohol water extracts all the oils and all the good stuff. My dog. Hey everybody. Who's that? Jake, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. Oh yeah, my garden, right? Check this out. Alright, can you see that? That's over my head. I'm 5'10". That's over my head. Those sunflowers there, mammoth Russian sunflowers, they're going to be about 12 feet tall. Yeah, baby. So, all these, like, gardening analogies. What the hell is he doing, man? What is he doing? He's taking off his sunglasses because it's fucking bright out there. And it's very dark and cool in here. So, here we go, folks. Real quick. Gonna have a seat, talk to my friends. Maybe your first time on this channel. There are no strangers here, only friends we haven't met. So what's the deal with the deadheading, right? You don't put the whole thing in there, all right? You just pinch it off, right? That's garbage, more or less. You can throw that in your compost heap. But that part, that's nice, man. Stamen, pistil. If you don't catch the reproduction innuendo there, a lot is said with a flower. So, what does hibiscus and spirituality have to do with each other? I'll tell you. Right after I blaze. never ceases to amaze me. Right in the fucking eye. Or I was talking to somebody a little while ago. Anywhere you put your ashtray, the smoke comes right at your face. Anybody got an answer for that one? So, deadheading, right? Now, if I go out there, now check this out. Hibiscus is beautiful, and for me, it has a Polynesian, Caribbean. You know, I got palm tree pictures all over my house, and I try to throw down the Tommy Bahama thing, you know, in my house, kind of, sort of, within my means. But you know, hibiscus definitely takes me back to the Caribbean and parts of Mexico that I visited. Roatan, Belize. But deadheading a hibiscus, or you know, flowers in general. Check your species of flower. You know, what do you have? But typically, you know, roses, daisies, whatever you got, man. Dahlias. I got a lot of dahlias out there too, and they're about ready to pop. I got some nice buds going. But you have this beautiful flower, right? And you saw, you know, you got a general idea how many flowers were on that hibiscus. When I got that thing, let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, right now, there's 100 buds and or flowers on that hibiscus. Let's just say 100. When I got that thing, it was puny. It was, I'm not going to say it was unhealthy, but it was definitely not treated with attention. You know, it had some, you know, it needed some help, you know. So, all these beautiful flowers, anytime I would see a bud show up, I deadheaded it. And what you're doing is by deadheading even a bud on there that hasn't even bloomed yet, what you're doing is you're telling the plant, figuratively, or by pinching that flower off at the stem, that it hasn't produced yet. Even though that bud and that flower is beautiful, you want to admire the flower, you want to admire the plant, you want to admire the bud and the bloom and the, you know, it's awesome, right? I love gardening. Whatever it is, veg, flowers, you name it. I got a tree out there that I love, man. That's gardening. Grow a tree. So I pop these suckers off, man, even though they're beautiful, because I know that it's going to produce something even more beautiful. Now, you saw how many buds were on that thing, on that hibiscus plant. Every day. It's right next to my car. It's right out in front of my house. Every day I stick the key in my ignition in my car, fire up my car, turn the air conditioning or heat on, as the case may be. Maine has crazy weather. If you don't like the weather in New England, wait a minute, because it'll change. But here I am, I'm pulling off all these beautiful flowers every morning, deadheading it, and every day there's even more flowers and even more beautiful and even more, the buds are stronger, the blooms are more vibrant, more blooms, more frequent blooms. The point I'm trying to make is holding on to something that we perceive as beautiful, my precious. Sometimes that beautiful thing that you're so attached to needs to be thrown away for something even more beautiful. Deadheading that hibiscus every day, pulling off the dead, the flowers that have bloomed. I don't want to say dead flowers. They've bloomed. and they've served their purpose. They've told the plant, they've told the hibiscus bush, yep, we've reproduced. That's what they're telling it. That's what they're telling it. That's how the plant is communicating. But sometimes that beautiful flower, no matter how beautiful we think it is, if we're attached to it, that's the flower you're going to get. That's it. And it's going to bud, it's going to bloom, and it's going to pass. And the plant is going to stop producing. The plant is going to say, we've done our production, now it's time to hibernate, and we're done. Don't sell yourself short. That very thing that you're holding on to, that you perceive as beautiful, let it go. Let it go. And produce something even more abundant, something even more beautiful. It's possible. You can learn all the lessons that you need to know about what's going on from nature, you know, or a lot of them. Sometimes we need other people. So that very thing that I hold on to, or you hold on to, that we hold on to, that seems just fantastic, let it go. Make a gift. You know what? You don't have to throw it away. That thing that you thought was beautiful, I guarantee you, that thing that you thought was beautiful, somebody else has never experienced before. So take that thing that's beautiful in your life, make a bouquet out of it, and give it to somebody else. And let your plant grow and see what happens. You saw how many buds were on that thing. There was a lot, man. And when I first got that thing, there was 10 or 15. Now there's probably, legit 150, 200. 200 buds on that thing. If I was to pick everyone off and count them, there was 15 maybe when I bought that. Holding on is bondage. Releasing, freedom, is beauty. Let go of that thing that you think is beautiful. Make a gift of it to someone else. Share that beauty with someone else. Brighten their day and see what grows in your garden. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Noodlings from a grunt. Scott Totella, 1966 at gmail.com. Love you guys.